Hello, everyone, and welcome back to 3D Rivals, your first line of defense against stupid movies. My name is DJ, and as always, I'm joined by my co-hosts, my sister Donnie.
What's up, what's up?
My brother Derek.
What's up?
And my friend Dan.
Going on?
And this week, you guys, we are talking about The Italian Job. It came out in 2003, something like that. Yeah, The Italian Job. And that... surprisingly, I did not know who was in this movie. This is the first time I saw it.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
How's that possible?
Yeah, y'all say that with every movie. I apparently didn't watch movies, so...
Says the guy who started a movie podcast.
That's very true.
Yeah, really? It's a little odd, ain't it?
Yeah, it don't make no sense.
It's not odd. I think it's perfect.
It's odd.
Okay.
A lot of people are making YouTube channels based off the fact they haven't watched movies, so...
I mean, yeah... Maybe that should be your thing.
What? A YouTube channel? Watching 80s movies?
Yes.
Good Lord. Well, I mean, I've seen The Terminator and Alien. I've seen Alien. I have not seen Aliens.
Really?
I think I've seen The End. Isn't that the one where she's in the big old construction thing and knocks it out of the window?
Isn't that the end of the first one?
That's the first one?
Is that the end of the first one?
Yeah, she was in like that robotic suit.
Wasn't Aliens with a weird, like, white one that was, like, really
There was
weird
a little
looking?
Girl in Aliens.
Okay, I haven't seen
White,
Aliens.
The white one I want to say was Alien Resurrection, which I understand if you've seen the last one of that, because I think that one came out in the early 90s.
What this conversation sounds like is that should be added to the list of things we watch.
Oh.
I'm down with that.
I'm just saying.
I'm down.
Fine.
What they
Watch the
saying that
Alien
one was better
franchise.
than the first one?
Well, Aliens?
Yes.
Okay. I watched Alien versus Predator. That was bad.
Oh.
Apparently, there were multiple of those movies.
That was the greatest movie of all time.
No. The Aliens franchise end after the second one. All them other movies don't count.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to
And
talk about...
apparently, Marvel has the rights to both Alien and Predator now.
Oh, what, Disney gave it to Marvel?
Right, like Disney has the rights or Marvel?
Well, yeah. Correction. Disney has the rights.
All right, yeah, Disney has the right.
Okay,
yeah,
so
We're going to be in the MCU.
is it going to be a Disney movie or is it going to be?
they didn't put Alien.
No.
You cannot make an alien
Disney
Disney movie.
Plus.
Well, I'm just saying, like, are they going to be like, hey, you guys,
What?
what if
They
we
gonna
take
make a
out
princess?
all the stuff?
No.
The Princess Alien.
What was that
They're
latest
going to have
movie
a
that came
Princess
out?
Alien now?
There's or coming out or whatever. It's by Fox. So Disney still is releasing movies under Fox. So I think it will be, since this Alien is not a Disney franchise, I think they're just gonna. I think it's Fox Searchlight. Isn't that what it's called? No, something like that.
Oh.
Because I saw the beginning.
Yeah,
It still has
you're right.
the sound
Okay.
with the drums and everything.
Right.
Like yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. We all know how that
Do we?
was happening.
Do we? Because I didn't hear you singing along.
When would I ever? It's like you don't know me.
Come on, it's iconic. You
Okay.
can't have movies
It is
without
iconic.
Fox.
True, man. That's true.
I get it. It's like the MGM without the roaring lion.
Yeah, that's true. Like, if it's a
Paying
James Bond
homage.
movie and we don't have MGM at the beginning, I think that's a problem.
I think it's not a James Bond movie.
Yeah.
I would agree.
I second that.
Awesome. All right. So, The Italian Job. Now that we're done with that tangent, with many more to come, mind you.
Probably.
I'm sure.
I was surprised that it was Mark Wahlberg, Most Def.
It was definitely a interesting cast.
Jason Statham.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Edward
Jason Statham.
Norton. I was like, when it first came out, I was like, wait, what is this? What is this cast?
The cast was dope, man.
It was. So they definitely wanted Mark Wahlberg and Charlize Theron for sure. I'm not sure how they landed on the other ones. I think Edward Norton was in a contract with Paramount, but he kept rejecting movies, and he's like, yo, you gotta do this movie because you're under contract. So that's why he's in it, because he has a reputation of being hard to work with.
Like the bad guy in the movie. It was kind of weird.
Yeah, he wanted to be weird, so.
Okay, no, I'm not saying his role was bad in the movie. It was kind of weird seeing him be the bad guy. I was like, huh.
I guess he kind of ran out of options. They said you can't reject any more movies, so.
Yeah. Is this the only other movie I've seen him in besides The Incredible Hulk?
That you have seen, probably.
Yeah, I'm like, I haven't seen much with Edward Norton, I don't think.
You wouldn't have seen any movies that he's been in.
Okay. I probably saw one or something.
Highly doubtful. Yeah, so interesting cast, but I think they all worked well together, though, which was interesting. Well, it's not people you would put together, but I think they worked well together.
Yeah, it was pretty decent. I like that. Getting into the movie, it's a heist movie.
It's
at its core, right? And I was thinking, I was like, man, we surely do like not us personally, but people in general, we should like watching people steal things.
I think.
Yeah, I personally like watching people steal things.
Well, for me, I think it's fun, and I think it's just like everyone kind of, I don't know, I kind of like, I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I'm like, wow, could I get away with robbing a bank? You know what I mean? And like, even though I would never do it, I do like want to plan it out in my head.
Unless you got desperate.
No, it's not. It's really not worth it. Working at a bank, it's not worth
There's
no reason to rob the bank.
It's a federal crime, and then you're not gonna get that much money out of it. I don't have time for that.
You're not gonna get away either.
It depends.
I don't know. I mean, I know a couple of people who went to jail for trying to rob a bank, so it's just not worth it.
They did it wrong.
Obviously, they went to jail.
Well, yeah. So, at the beginning of this movie, I was going to complain. I was so ready to complain, and then they switched it up because they dropped the safe through the floor, right?
Yes.
And then the people were like, they have the safe on the boat. And I was like, that safe definitely went through that boat.
Well, I was trying to, and I put this on my nitpick list, is how did they have enough time to switch the safes?
No, I think they already had a safe on the boat.
They already had one on the boat. Okay, that makes me. I was like, this don't make no sense. Like, how they had time to do this? But
you got to remember
the boat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to remember it was covered up the whole time. They didn't really show it, so you didn't know what was covered up, and then you just assumed that was safe.
And the real safe was underwater, where it would have been. Because I was like, before knowing it was filled with gold, I was like, there's no way the boat just catches the safe.
Oh, no. Absolutely not.
Yeah, no, that boat is sinking.
Easily.
Fast.
So, no, that was pretty smart. I think that the Italian Job, which was the first thing they did.
Yeah, but the rest of it was all in L.A.,
Yeah.
Why even bother calling it the Italian Job?
Because at the end of the day, they did the Italian Job again.
Right.
I still think, why bother calling it the Italian Job?
Plus, they were driving a Mini Coupe, which I guess isn't Italian.
That's a German car.
So, it's European.
Alfa Romeo is an Italian car, I believe. But they should have been driving some Alfa Romeos.
They were driving Mini Cooper, so that's why. Like, it's a German car.
This was definitely a Mini Coupe ad.
Oh, definitely. This is a car commercial all the way.
Yeah. No, it's called the Italian Job because they showed you the Italian Job and then they did it again.
Okay.
Correctamundo.
All right. If you guys say so.
Yeah.
What are they going to call it? The Los Angeles Job?
I don't know. The LA
I
Heist?
wouldn't go see that movie.
I don't know. The big heist in LA. I don't know.
I definitely
That's a mouthful.
You can't name movies. Don't name movies.
You gave me 2 seconds to think of a movie title. Like, I mean, I need time to think about it.
Oh, okay.
Heist in Los Angeles.
The big heist in LA. I mean, that is on the nose. That is really wow. All right, this movie's gonna be Spy gets captured and then escapes.
Why not? Sometimes simple is better.
All right, there you go.
Is it though?
You could have kept it simple and just say the LA Job. Boom. There you go.
We said LA Job,
said
and that's
that.
horrible.
And he was like, he didn't like that title. We could have just called it a
American
job.
You
job.
say LA job.
Italian
It
is a
doesn't
nationality.
sound like a heist movie. It sounds like a X-rated movie where I don't want to watch.
I was gonna say it sounded like a bad plastic surgery.
Oh. I don't know. LA's not. I mean, yeah. It's a connotation with the name. Sorry, anyone from Los Angeles.
All
but,
of the people.
Yeah. All right, so they steal the gold, and Edward Norton's character turns on them. One, I was like, was this a good idea? Didn't he seem like he had more people working with him to take it from his team than...
Yeah.
It did seem like that, yeah.
Well, I mean, how much money was it? Like 35 million?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he promised them, I don't know, like they all split $1 million or something?
Okay. Well, they didn't see what they were stealing?
They probably had to agree to it beforehand.
Man.
You know what I mean? He's like, I'll give you $500,000 to help me rob these people. And then he
But
keeps
it's one of
all the
those
millions.
classic. It's like, okay, you turn on your team. Like, why wouldn't you turn on us? Like, how can I trust you?
Yeah.
Since you
is
turned
true.
on your team. I mean, like,
Yeah.
I'm never with that.
And he definitely proved to be.
That's why you
disloyal.
have.
Yes.
That's why you have the code. There's no honor among thieves.
Well, there was
true
until
that,
this
true
dude
that.
came along, and then he even killed the little shop owner guy.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Dude,
Yeah, I
that's
mean, like,
not
why?
cool.
You ain't had to do
You
that,
ain't had to
dog.
do that. Nah.
All right.
It's kind
That
of
was
butthole
great.
the whole movie.
Yeah.
That was definitely grimy.
Now, I'm kind of proud of myself because I thought of this immediately, and it came up in the movie. When I saw the gold bars, and I was like, well, they're stamped with something. I'm like, that means if you try to sell it, then people can find it, right? And so I was like, yeah, you definitely don't want to keep those gold bars with those stamps. It's gold.
Yeah.
You have money now. Go buy yourself a kiln, melt it down, and rebar it. So there's no stamp on it.
That's true, but you sound like that's something easy to get, though. Like, where do you get that? Like, where do you get gold bar mold from?
It's gold. You could put it in a cupcake tin. People are still going to buy it.
Got some golden cupcakes for you, dog.
I mean, like,
Just-
it's gold is
Just
gold.
don't eat it.
Well, in that one movie, I think that movie was actually called The Heist. Didn't dude have a car that was like made of gold? That's where he hid all the gold at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The entire car was gold,
Yeah.
How
It
heavy
wasn't-
is that car?
That car would not be able to drive.
incredibly heavy. Yeah,
Like, come on. I'm not sure if that was a good
And
idea.
it was on the top floor.
yeah, it was on the
So,
top floor of
I
the
don't
building.
think it'll survive an accident.
No,
Gold is not very strong.
it's not, and it's very
It's not.
heavy. Like, the gold they stole would have weighed 3 tons.
Yeah.
So then he's like, I'm just going to make a car.
A 3-ton car.
3-ton car. Better make a semi.
Sheesh, guy.
Yeah.
So,
But
yeah.
yeah, so I guess to your point, it doesn't really matter what you melt it down into. It's gold. So
Why not just make a bunch of jewelry?
Yeah, you can make jewelry. You could do whatever. I mean,
lot of
or if
options.
you want to take the time to find a gold bar like mold, you can. But that way, it can't be traced because that's how they found him in the first place.
Well, because he was trying to get rid of it all because he had to.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you have gold, it's not useful until you turn it into money, right? So
Yeah.
you have to do that. But I don't know. Even before they found him, that's what I thought of. I'm like, they know what's on the gold, right?
Yeah. Find somebody with the, what was it, a ballerina?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, easy to trace.
Easy to trace. Gotta think. You gotta think about these things.
Wasn't real. I mean, but really, he wasn't really a smart character, though, if you really think about it.
No, he was.
no, he was not.
Well, so, because I would have spread it out. Like, was that the only guy that could trade your gold for you? Was there no one else? that
Why
could
did he
do
go to a criminal
He was
organization?
the only guy that would do
that? Because
it.
where
that
else are you gonna go?
didn't
Someone
have
else
any
might ask.
questions.
Because think about it.
Yeah,
if
I was like, maybe that was the only guy he could go to that won't ask questions.
they're
But he
in
did ask
LA. You're telling me that's the only shady guy in LA?
I mean,
Yeah.
And
He
then
was
you
asking
do
questions though.
have-
That's why he got mad.
I can't go
That
to
could
these
move
we got
gold.
by gold places because Come on.
No, you
We got
definitely
bites.
cannot go there.
But hold on.
You definitely cannot go there.
But why did he have to be only in LA? You got all 50 states.
That's true.
Like, why did it have to be that one guy in that one city?
And it definitely wouldn't have been the Italian job. It would have been the world job.
Okay, that's the United States job.
Yes.
We're not the
The
entire
U.S.
world.
job. Or
The U.S.
The us job.
U.S.
The
job.
us job.
the
job.
Canadian job.
You know what? I will watch that movie because I'll be intrigued. What's that about? What do you mean a Canadian job?
They're
You riding
like
away on
shipping a whole
this?
bunch of like maple syrup and stuff. Hey, get this maple syrup out of here.
Hey, well, you know, we joke about that, but they do have a country reserve of maple syrup in Canada.
Why?
Wow.
They have a reserve. Like we have a reserve of oil, they have a
Hey.
reserve of maple syrup.
We ever run out of syrup?
Do
Have y'all
people
ever
care?
had? Well, you know, I guess Darren and Derek. Have y'all ever had like pure maple syrup?
Yeah.
You have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have.
What you think? You think it's too sweet?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is. It is.
Okay.
It is nothing. It is nothing like what you buy at the store.
Like, it's definitely not Mrs.
It's
Butter.
definitely not. It's definitely more expensive too.
But no, Canada, they have a reserve because I think maple syrup is their number one export. So I think there's a plausible reason for it.
I was just like, is people out there like rioting if they run out of syrup? Like,
I mean, hey, maybe they do in
how do
Canada.
Canadians riot like nicely?
instead of throwing things, they just put it down softly.
like, hey, we don't like this, eh?
This is bad. This is going bad.
We apologize to
We
all
apologize
the Canadians.
to our Canadian friends.
To the entire country of Canada.
Yeah. Look, I watched this thing. And
We
they were
love
like-
your ice road truckers and your highway through,
Yes, I watch
love
all
those
your
shows.
HGTV shows because they're all take place in Canada.
Plus, you keep giving us musical artists and actors. So,
yeah,
cool.
That's true. That's true. And your Canada Dry and ginger ale is all that.
Is that
It
actually
is.
from Canada?
probably not.
I don't know.
Like it.
It's probably not.
It's the only ginger ale I drink.
It's owned by Coca-Cola, so I'm gonna say no.
Well, yeah, probably not then.
I'm about to Google it.
Like, is there any ginger ale made in Canada?
Are they the second largest country by landmass? I'm pretty sure they are.
I
Here's
think
to the
they
second
are.
largest country.
Yeah, I think
A
so.
really small population. There you go, Canada.
It's so freaking cold up here. Like, once you get so high, it's like, sheesh.
Yeah. All right. So now that we established that he should have melted down the goat. All right. So what? So they find him, and they're just this whole
It's all about getting that gold back.
all about getting the gold back. I think what's funny about this movie is not, and it didn't take away from it because I enjoyed it, but like this whole movie, we're spent planning this one job that they can't do by the third act.
That is true. It was a lot of planning, and then it's like they go in and do it. It's like, this won't work.
There's a party. We can't do it.
It was literally something so random as in he's having a party.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I like. But you know what I like about this movie, though? Even though it's like this wouldn't happen, they made it seem plausible.
Yeah.
So it's just like, okay, this is absolutely ridiculous. But at the same, kind of like how, like, why I like Ocean's 11, even though it's like this would never work, they make it seem like you probably could do something like this.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, I like it.
I mean, you can take over the traffic system. I don't know how long you're gonna have control over it. He seemed like he had
Before
control
they
for
get
way
you.
too long.
He did, and honestly watching that made me wonder about LA's traffic system because I know here ours is a little different.
Yeah,
We don't have a command center with all the lights.
I don't know if there's a command center.
And
If there is. Although recently, and by recently I mean like within like the last 1 or 2 years, someone did hold hostage one of our water systems.
Oh yeah, no, that's certainly possible.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it was like a hacker group, and they
yeah,
held
it's
hostage.
certainly possible.
And then didn't it cause
Oh, yeah,
like
yeah, I
a big
remember
problem? And they apologized because they didn't think that it was going.
Yeah. Although honestly, I wonder. I mean, I'm no hacker. Can we just take the system offline? Right? Like if a hacker guy that says like, hey, I can now open up all your water valves, can we just take it offline and operate it? Okay, I know for a fact you can operate it manually. Okay. It does not need the internet to operate. So they say, hey, we took this over, just unplug it, right?
I mean, I don't know if it's as simple as unplugging.
But I'm just saying, like, it doesn't need the internet to run. The internet at plants and stuff is a convenience where I can look at my computer and I can see what everything is doing. And I can control it on, off, open gates, close gates, raise floor, raise lower from my computer if I wanted to. So if a hacker took that over, I can just say, okay, I can just take everything off the computer system. Because everything also has a manual mode.
I don't know.
Interesting.
I'm just saying. I mean, it really is nothing but your valves and turning knobs.
Apparently,
so you have this power.
Actually get paid though when they do these things.
Sometimes, but what was the last one? The gas line. They paid them, but they got that money back.
Oh yeah, they got the money back.
Yeah.
Oh, it was the gas line. That's the one they apologized for. Because didn't that cause the whole people panicking with gas?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's funny that the hackers apologized. That's a little funny.
Oh, so does that make them nice?
Well then.
Yeah. It just, I don't know. I don't know about gas lines. Maybe that's a little different. But I just feel like a water plant, like we could just unplug the system.
Maybe.
Just a thought. I don't know. We'll have to see what happens.
Yeah. So I felt like I was a bit too much with the traffic light. So I was like, I feel like you can do it, but one, I don't think it's that easy. Two, he had control for way too long.
But I mean, we're also talking like the early 2000s, so.
Yeah. Oh, yes, because everybody thinks hacking is just typing on a keyboard. Like, it's so funny, like, in these movies, like, oh, I'm going to hack them. Tap, 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 tap. It's like, what are you doing?
Wow.
That's not what hacking looks like.
Well,
okay.
it's for a visual effect, because if they don't do it that way, then looking at it is like he's not really doing nothing.
Yeah.
Even though in real life you really aren't doing nothing. At least not typing that fast or needlessly.
I mean, there are things you need to type, but no, what's funny?
But yeah, they made. Oh, I was gonna say they made hacking look like you gotta type faster than the other guy.
Yeah, I was gonna say that in the shows where you see them and it's like, oh, he's trying to enter the system. I'm gonna try and keep him out.
Yeah.
Oh, he's so good, and it's like, what are you guys doing? What are you typing?
It's whoever can type faster, the fastest.
Yeah. So there was that. Mini Coops. Can they do all of that?
I'm gonna say
They are pretty agile.
I'm gonna say yes, because they did.
Oh, okay. That was movie fact. Did I jump into the movie fact?
You jumped into my movie facts.
My bad.
But since we brought it up,
man.
I mean, we can dive deeper a little bit later. But very little computer generated stuff was used for this. A lot of the stuff was done practically.
Okay. I have one problem.
All right, go.
They were driving out of the little waterway with gold in the trunk.
Yes.
All of the Mini Coopes went head first jumping out of that. I was like, because evidently, the front of the car is heavier because that's where the engine is. But you have gold in the back.
So it should have landed butt first?
I think I don't know if it would have been butt first, but I don't like the way it went. Or, excuse me, it's a European car, boot first.
Okay.
But the way that the hood of the car, like, it was way too much because I feel like it was just an empty car with a stunt driver in it jumping out of the waterway.
That's a good point. I did not really pay attention to that, but you do have a good point. Like, yeah, it would not. But I mean, that's just a small, minor detail, though.
It was in slow motion. It made me notice it. So
okay, I did not pay attention to that, but I guess you have a point.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is they should have did all of their stunts. You know how like in the movie when they were practicing, they put all those weights in
the
it?
car. Yeah, put it weights in the car. Well, it's probably not safe.
Was any of it safe?
I would say
but
no.
I don't know if you want to make a jump with like loose weights in the back of the car.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. Yeah, they're not, as far as plot in this movie, there's not much to it. It's kind of just what we said. Like, a guy double-crossed them. They had a plan to steal the gold back from him. They had to change the plan in the end.
It's about as simple as you can get.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like he robbed us, so we're going to rob him.
Yeah.
That's cool. But sometimes that's all you need.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were supposed to have a little bit more of an element of surprise though, because he thought they were all dead.
Yeah, they kind of ruined that surprise early on, too.
Yeah, they really did. I was like,
Yeah, well, it's because she said the line. I don't blame her, because I don't think she would think of that.
Right.
yeah, I don't think she thought about that. Yeah,
But yeah, which gave it away, so they had to kind of show their hand. Although, again, now we mentioned how we didn't think Edward Norton's character was that smart. Mm-hmm. Moving the gold was actually the worst idea. It was actually better still in his house because like their plan was ruined already.
Yeah.
There was no way they could implement it. How would they do it?
Yeah, because then they would have to come to you, and you will see them coming.
Yeah. Now you know they're coming.
Yeah, and then you have a right to kill them.
So him trying to escape, that was the problem.
I'm just saying. I mean,
Also, you killing the Russian guy, that was also a mistake. But yeah.
Yep. Yeah. 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 So yeah, moving it, and they're trying to move it all at once, and coming up with this elaborate with the helicopters and the trucks and all of that. Like,
yeah, it was a bit much.
Yeah, like honestly, I will wait them out because he already had money, right? So he didn't really need to melt down all and get rid of that gold right away. Like he'd have been fine. So yeah, he was probably better off staying at home.
Yeah. Well, not a good idea.
He could probably move it one brick at a time.
Yeah, just carry it in your pocket.
Yeah, and then like every time you go out,
Yeah,
like
honestly,
I'm about to go to work, and then
smuggling gold. Yeah, that would have been a good idea though. Little by little.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he wasn't that bright.
Or cover your house in gold since you can't do the car. So you put gold. Melt it onto your house.
I guess so.
Okay.
I don't know how that's gonna work out, but sure.
Neither do I. For sure, give it a shot and let me know how it goes.
Well, yeah. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. Overall, I thought it's a fun movie. It's not really much to it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Are we ready for my movie facts?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Wait.
Movie facts.
Okay, there we go. I forgot how the little jingle went. Darius got it.
We gotta get that recorded so we can just press the button next time.
Oh, that's true. Yes.
We got all these buttons
true.
and we don't use it. Okay. So before I ask why is this called The Italian Job, so this is a remake of a 1969 movie called The Italian Job.
Oh.
Although apparently,
I thought you was gonna say another name.
no.
What?
Why would I say another name?
Why would it not be The Italian Job? Now I'm confused.
No, it was like how you introduced it. I was like, oh, okay. And then when you said called The Italian Job, I was like, oh, it's just how your introduction was.
Okay, I thought it was fine and made sense. So yeah, so it was called The Italian Job basically because it's a remake of that movie, but not really though because the plot is completely different. None of the characters are the same.
So it's not a remake. It's just a movie with the same name.
It basically because the writers and stuff didn't even watch the original movie.
Oh wow!
I think Mark Wahlberg's character's name is the same.
That doesn't make it a remake.
Look.
It kind of does.
Yeah, and I think
Does it?
And I think that movie really did take place in Italy, and The Italian Job, and they did rob a place by causing a traffic jam. So I think that's the same. by them causing that LA traffic jam, and in this movie they caused a traffic jam that helped them get away.
Okay.
But
Right.
yeah. So yeah, I still think this movie should not have been called The Italian Job.
Okay, well, by the end of the podcast, can you give us a title that it should have been called?
I can't look. I'm trying to like do my part here, and you want me
The
to think
Mini
of a
Cooper job.
no? That was you said mine. You said my name was dumb. No.
The Mini Cooper job. Come on out.
Yeah.
All right.
So before Darren, you mentioned that this was basically a Mini Cooper commercial.
Yeah.
So they got their inspiration from watching like car commercials.
What?
They,
You got your movie inspiration from a
like
car
the
commercial?
style and tone that they wanted by like watching car commercials and like I don't know, just ridiculous.
Okay.
Well, some of them car commercials will be very cinematic, though, depending on which one you saw.
Yeah, like especially like Lexus and BMW commercials.
Yeah.
They're very like, oh man, I definitely want one of those. It'd be
Yeah.
Chevy that'd be boring with all those people walking into empty rooms. Like, is this a Chevy?
Oh my goodness. Oh, what? It's a Chevy? Oh, I'm so surprised.
Like, which car had the highest safety factor? No one cares.
I think they do. The
I don't
mothers
care.
and stuff care
No,
about that.
I
Well,
guarantee you
their
no
kids and
one
anything.
shops based on safety
I don't
factor.
care. Actually, I would take
I think
some
they
of that
just
stuff
assume
off.
that their car is safe.
Exactly. Look, as long as it don't
Yeah,
blow up when I hit
unless-
something, we cool.
And see how you're gonna know that unless you ask.
I mean, to be honest, in 2022, like every car I buy should be safe.
Yeah,
to
like
drive.
shouldn't they all
Yeah,
have
there's still some
five-star
death
safety
traps
rules?
out there.
New cars?
Could they still make that Mazda Miata?
Do they really?
Well, yeah. I
Ain't
mean,
nothing
there's the
safe
smart
about that
car,
thing.
too.
Yeah, but oh yeah, that's also a death trap.
Get totaled by a bicycle.
And the bicyclists get up and ask, "Are you okay?"
Yeah, I just like that's honestly I don't care about that. Honestly, you can take some of the features away. Yeah, I don't need my car to brake for me. I don't need to.
I definitely don't need that. Like, I hate that. I can't
I
stand
Turn
hate
it off,
that.
can't you?
Yeah.
I do not like it.
Like yo, if I look, believe me, if I'm on somebody's bumper, I want to be there. Just, I don't need you.
I haven't driven a car that brakes on its own, so I don't know how it is.
I don't like it. Ugh.
It sucks because when I'm trying to back them onto the truck, it's braking every few seconds because it thinks I'm going to hit the truck. It's like, come on, dude.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't need lane. What's the one with
The
it?
lane
Like,
keep assist.
yep,
Lane
don't
ass-
need that.
Yeah.
People used to ask for that, but I'm like, you can't stay in your lane.
Yeah, right. Like, how often do you plan on
You
deviating
have
from
12
that?
feet of space. How can you not fit?
I'm like,
I guess they're
Maybe
basically
they
saying,
feel like
I'm
they
gonna
fall
be
asleep at the
distracted.
wheel.
Okay,
but
don't
we
be
know
driving.
we've all
then.
been behind people that can't stay in their lane. So,
That is very true. Yeah.
all right. So,
They're usually distracted somehow, though.
so they made this movie from watching Mini Cooper commercials.
Now, I said car commercials, not Mini Cooper commercials.
Okay, then why'd they choose the Mini Cooper?
I think just because it was small and agile.
All right,
And it
cool.
might have something to do with the first movie. I don't know. I never seen it. The selling Mini
There were Mini Coopers in
increased-
1969.
Yeah, like why would I ever see that movie? I think Michael Caine was in it. Maybe I might have just made that up.
All right, I think you did. I think you really
Why?
Just made
Why did
that
you make it up? Why didn't you just...
It sounds like a movie he would be in.
It's like, European actor. It's a bit older. Sure,
Michael
Michael
Caine.
Caine's in it.
Like name another old European guy.
Yeah, I don't know, but I'm not just going to say they were in the movie.
Oh, he
is
was
the
in
movie.
it.
He was in the movie.
He was in it, though, yeah.
He was.
Yeah.
You still just pulled that out of nowhere. You just happen to be right.
Yeah, we know what you pulled that from.
Right is right.
Wow.
All right, so
Okay, sales in Mini Coopers increased by 22% after this movie.
I can see that.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, it
I
definitely.
still don't want to drive it. After seeing it next, like, it doesn't look right on American streets. And I'm going to say that because, like, our streets are so big.
Yes.
You got, like, it literally looked like a model car driving. Like, in that first scene where she's zipping in, I'm like, man, it looks like somebody's driving a model car.
It is. It's a small car. I mean, they're kind of cute. I guess that's something.
They are very
they're
agile.
cool.
Like, they're, like, really fun to drive. But I just
I mean,
just
they
can't
have
see
bigger
owning.
ones that they sell.
Well, yeah, but they only just now. Well, I won't say just now. The bigger ones are newer.
Yeah.
It definitely wasn't out in 2003 or whatever.
No, it wasn't out back then.
Pisses me off when they in parking spots though.
Also true.
Oh, because you think it's the spot, and then you roll up.
Be like, oh man, this is the spot right here.
It's like with them smart cars. You pull up like, yeah, here you go. Oh, come on. It's like they like be pulled all the way up into the spot. Like, come on, dog.
They do pull all the way up in the spot.
Yeah, like all the way up. Like you literally can't.
Yeah,
they should
it's
keep
like
towards the back end of the spot.
Yes.
Yeah, so that way you
Yes.
Spot, and it's not. It's the world's smallest car.
I can't stand that, man.
I can't either.
Friggin' jerks. Like, it on the sidewalk.
All right, what other movie facts do we got?
So, they actually did film on location. So they were in Venice and in the Italian Alps when they shot this.
Okay.
Which was nice. In Venice, they had to get permission in order to drive the boats over the speed limit. Apparently, that's a huge thing there.
I would imagine so, since you're like splashing water up everywhere.
Right.
Yeah, so like, and they like actually have people like monitoring the whole thing. And in the Alps, and this is going to tie into one of my nitpicks.
Okay.
Apparently, it was dumb cold up there. Obviously, you're on like the top of a mountain. Like, so it was so cold, like where the guns would jam and like water would be freezing. Like, so like that just goes into my nitpick. We don't keep that in mind about how cold it was up there when they were trying to film this movie.
Okay, I know what you're talking about, but all right.
Okay,
cool.
So then for the subway scene for the Mini Coopers, they actually had to, 3 of them they had to make electric because gas-powered vehicles were not allowed in LA's electric subway system. So yeah, they had to make special electric minis. Interesting, because electric cars wasn't really a thing back then.
Did you know the first electric car was worked on in 1920?
Not surprising.
Yeah.
Not surprising at all.
Apparently, it was a thing before the engine. And then the engine
whoa.
came out, and then they were just like, nah.
We'll just use this.
How big was that electric car?
No, it just couldn't go far. But I mean, then again, the other cars couldn't go far either.
Okay, it's just the idea was out there.
Yeah. That is interesting. Well, I guess LA does have some strict rules ever since they had the smog. So,
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense. Well, now there really is an electric Mini Coupe, though, right? I think so.
I don't know. Is there?
Is there? Or no, or is that a Fiat I'm thinking of? It might be Fiat.
They got an electric Mini, too.
Okay.
Okay, I haven't seen it. But you know what? We don't see Mini commercials.
No, we don't.
Do not.
No. Hey, I saw that electric Mustang.
Oh.
Oh, it's ugly.
Yeah.
It doesn't even look like a Mustang. Like, why would you create a Mustang that doesn't look like a Mustang?
Why did they call
Oh,
it
you just saw that?
Yeah, this is the first time I've seen one in
car-
person. Like, I've seen the commercial a bunch, but this is my first time seeing it in person.
The biggest problem with that
Yeah,
car is the
garbage.
fact that they called it a Mustang. I'm like, just make it another car. Why did you call it a
Yeah,
Mustang?
because it's like this little hatchback coupe thing. It looks like a Taurus,
I'm
but
like,
worse.
it's not a Mustang.
It's I don't know what. And then
Ford didn't do well in that area.
and then the guy, and then it was orange. And I'm like, bruh, this ain't
he
it.
got an orange one.
He had an orange one, and I'm like, this ain't it. So, sorry, whoever that guy
I told
was.
you there would be many more tangents in this episode. You weren't lying.
Hey, he know who he is. He know his car sucks.
Poor guy.
I know. So the actors did most of the driving scenes themselves.
Really?
Yeah, they
no stunt drivers.
I didn't say no stunt drivers. They did most of it themselves, including driving down the stairs in the subway system. That was really them. Now, when there was stunt drivers, they had a minis outfitted with 2 steering wheels. So the stunt driver will be doing all the steering wheel stuff, and then they'll be on the side pretending like they driving, and that's the part you saw.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, I dig that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. But yeah, I thought, they went to special driving school and everything to learn how to
Wow.
drive. That's pretty dope, though.
That is pretty dope. I would have fun doing that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Actors put in a lot of work.
They do.
If they does.
But I mean, like that, like if you like, hey, we want you to learn how to drive. Yes. I don't say no to that. All right, so that was it for my movie facts. I do have some nitpicks.
Pick some nits.
All right, let's go back to the Alps.
Okay, the Alps. I got you.
They freeze to death, right?
Yeah. I was thinking that, like, when they got out of the water and he was holding the guy's body, I was like,
Yeah.
Your friends are right. You guys need to go.
Right. First of all,
because
you fell in frozen water, so you already exposure right there. Now you're out of the water. You're soaking wet, and it's that cold. Like they died from exposure. And then how did they get out from there?
How did they? Because they don't have a car.
They don't have a car.
So they died right there.
Yep.
In the movie.
So yeah, I don't blame old boy. Like they're all dead because they should all be dead.
Oh, he was shooting into the water. Now, didn't we prove? Wasn't it proven bullets don't go that far in water?
I guess like how
It
far.
slows.
It slows down for sure.
It slows down.
So
greatly.
it depends on how powerful of a gun he had, like how far it would reach.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think they did say jumping in a pool it would be a good idea.
Yeah, it would, but it all depends. Like if you had a 22, you cool. But it all depends on like how powerful of a gun. Because I think wasn't it MythBusters?
Come in there with an HA. You might still get shot in the pool.
Might not hurt that much. It was MythBusters.
Well, the
'cause they
water
were trying to
definitely
find
slows
out
it down significantly.
whether or not if you shot a gun underwater, if it could break a car window.
Oh, did it?
The only one that did it was the 45.
Wow.
But then the shockwave it created also, there was like you could definitely hurt yourself if you're underwater with the gun.
Oh, you're firing it underwater.
Yeah, because they were recreating that scene.
Yeah,
from
I didn't
Mines.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Dope episode if y'all haven't seen it
I haven't seen that one.
of MythBusters and the Criminal Minds.
Check out both.
Oh, if you haven't seen it. Okay. So one of their plans was to get what was her name in the movie?
Stella?
Stella. Okay. To get Stella into his house, and so she dressed up as a cable person to get in there to find out what kind of safe he has. What was the odds of them finding a blonde female cable repair person? Because in all my life, I can tell you my cable person has been in 2 categories, and it wasn't blonde or female.
I actually never had a female cable person before. But I mean, there could be one. She saw she was the only one.
But like, what was the odds? I feel like they were just like random, like, oh, hey, there goes the perfect person we need.
Well, she didn't have to be blonde. You just needed clothes that Charlize Theron could fit. Which I guess that's still.
I'm telling you, they're not finding that person.
Already discussed this before in other podcasts. You're never going to randomly go somewhere and find clothes that fit you perfectly like it does in the movies.
Yeah, they were better off.
Oh man,
just
these
buying
pair
a
of pants
shirt.
fit me.
Yeah, I thought that's what I thought they were gonna do: buy a shirt matching it, and then get a white van and kind of put
a
the stuff
sticker on it.
Yeah,
That would have been like the odds of you finding some girl and then for her to instantly fall for a handsome Rob so he can steal her ID. Not happening.
I think it was a good joke in the movie, but yeah, I don't know. I honestly, when they had it, I was thinking, yo, how long before they noticed that their van is missing?
I feel like right
Was
away.
it her off day the next day, or
Like right away they noticed the van is missing.
Yeah.
Right away.
Yeah.
Right away.
So I was like, okay, because y'all had it for a while, and wait, you just returned it?
Yeah, this plan has some holes in it.
I mean, yeah, you know.
Okay, so they're in LA, and there's this helicopter flying all extra low, which was done for real, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Where was the cops?
LAPD?
Yeah.
Yeah, they
It
have
is
their own
LA.
helicopters.
It is LA. I feel like there is no way you get away with doing what they did with that helicopter.
Flying very low, doing a lot of crazy stuff.
Doing a lot of crazy things, flying under bridges, doing just no way that goes down like that.
Also, again, with Edward Norton's character not being very smart, at the end, I would not attack the car with my helicopter, considering when my helicopter gets damaged, it's done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True
Right?
that.
Like, I
Yeah.
feel like that was a bad idea.
Yeah.
Because that's exactly what happened. It's like, oh, I hit him with the blade, but oh no, I can't fly anymore.
But no, I'm crashing.
Yeah. Yeah, didn't think that through. Okay, so in the beginning, when they're all meeting up and they're like, everyone comes in their separate cars and whatnot, dude shows up on a motorcycle that he doesn't know how to drive. How did he get there? If he didn't know how to drive a motorcycle. Because they were like meeting in like a rail yard. Like, how he get out there?
Yeah.
Exactly how he showed up.
It took a while.
How to get his license is the question.
Also that. Maybe he never got it.
Also maybe don't start with a sports bike.
Or that, yeah.
Although they're cheaper, so I guess most people would start with a sports bike.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, probably. Okay, so dude said he wanted an Aston Martin, a Vanquish, whatever.
Vanquish?
Yes.
Vanquish.
At the end of the movie, that was not what he had. That was a DP7. Saying.
Shameful.
I mean, still cold.
Maybe they couldn't get a Vanquish.
Maybe they couldn't. Okay. All right, here's my last one. If the speaker is loud enough to blow off someone's clothes.
Yes, I know. Their eardrums are ruptured.
I feel like it might even kill them.
Yeah, honestly, yes. Yes. It probably the shockwave from the speaker would kill you, right?
Like, it would kill them, wouldn't it?
Yeah, if it's blowing your clothes off. Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy. So that was my last one.
That wasn't real, though. Like, I didn't even...
I mean, it's not real.
Clearly. That's why
I
I
was
didn't
just
show
like...
it.
I don't know about this. Like, and like at the end of the movie, they show it, and like you hear the girl scream, and that's like that was probably her scream of death. Like,
So that guy's a jerk. If he just laughed at her, like, "Ha, you're dying," like that, dude.
yeah. So that's what just I don't know. I feel like that's not possible.
Yeah, that's true. Because if you need a speaker to make a pressure wave big enough to
Like,
push your clothes off.
Yeah.
Like you just ruined all her insides.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was it.
So that's the Italian job.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. All right, so I guess we rate it.
Sure.
Okay, I'll give this watch while folding clothes. This is a fun movie to watch.
Yeah, me too. It's a fun movie, not bad. I mean, you don't have nothing better to do. You can check it out. It's definitely not like I'll pay for that. I would have not seen it in the theaters because I did not. But yeah, it's not a bad movie to watch.
Yeah, I wouldn't go out of my way to watch the movie, but I wouldn't be mad if like someone's like, "Oh, let's watch the Italian Job." I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah. Agreed.
I'm with that. I'd say watch while folding clothes. I do like the movie. I do like the actors. I love Mos Def. That's one of my favorite actors / rappers from the NY. But yeah, I do like the movie, so I'll go with watch while folding clothes.
Mm-hmm.
I would give it a watch while folding clothes as well. I wanted to bring out that the budget for the movie was $60 million. In the box office, they made 176.
Okay.
All right.
That's pretty good.
No, not bad. They definitely made a profit.
Yeah. 60 million. Man, maybe they should have used some CGI.
Might have cost more.
You think so?
60 milli?
Well, maybe they didn't have to go to Italy.
Ah, yeah, true.
That
That might
faked
cost
Italy?
more.
Yeah.
You can make a
Why
fake
not?
Venice. Can you
Red
make a
Notice
fake
did
Venice?
it.
I don't know. Where are we putting fake Venice at?
Yeah, true.
Atlanta. Same place Red Notice put fake Venice.
Okay. All right.
Oh, no, they weren't in Venice and Red Notice. Where were they? Rome? Where were they?
They were everywhere in Red Notice.
But
Yeah,
where
they
they
were
open
a
in
lot of
Italy, though. But where? I know people are mad, like, know your geography.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Know your
Someplace
geo,
weird.
bro.
Yeah. So, yeah, they might have saved some money if they didn't do that for real.
Oh, yeah, maybe. That's a good point.
Or they could have faked a helicopter. Helicopters aren't cheap.
That's true. I don't know.
Maybe it was all the Mini Coopes.
All the Mini Coopers.
Oh, yeah, they had 30 of them.
They had 30 of them.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that wasn't cheap.
That's a lot. Did any of them get destroyed? 2 of them did, right? In the
Well,
movie?
the one got hit by the helicopter blade.
Right.
I'm pretty sure the ones that made the jump are all done.
Okay, yeah, so they probably destroyed a lot of cars. Hey, we didn't talk about the Russian guy. Maybe he wasn't important.
We didn't talk about the Russian guy.
Were they Russian?
Yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't important, I guess.
No, I guess not.
I mean, it solved it at the end of the movie.
It did, but just him killing that guy just added another antagonist for him.
Yeah.
Which was dumb. Yeah.
No, he wasn't right.
Plus, it was on camera.
Yeah. Also that. Like, dude.
Just turn it off.
No.
And it was just because he knew about the job?
Yeah, like, first of all, like, this guy is dealing in stolen goods. He's not going to tell on you.
Right. He's going to get himself in trouble.
Yeah. Like, was he afraid that he was going to tell? But no, because he thought they were dead at that time, right? Still?
Yeah, he thought they were dead.
So, yeah, I don't get that. Like, who was he going to tell?
Nobody. It's pretty dumb.
What, maybe set the guy up to get robbed later? But didn't even know?
Still
I don't know. Whatever.
Don't mess with... Look, just don't mess with people.
Or how about just don't kill random people for no reason?
That's a good point. I'm going to write that down. All right, don't kill random people. Got it.
Note to self, don't kill random people.
Cool.
For no reason.
It's going to change my plans for tomorrow.
All right.
I will get to know him first. Then he won't be random.
All right. Have you seen the Italian Job? What did you think of it? Would you buy a Mini Cooper now? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure you like and subscribe, of course. And if you're listening to us in podcast form, leave a rating and review. And as always, thank you guys for listening. Peace out.